If you've been feeling stuck, whether in your career, relationships, or finances, this session is for you. We're so excited to welcome Jessica Joins, spiritual coach, international speaker, and author, for a powerful live hot seat experience with our Seeking Center community. Jessica's core belief: what's holding you back isn't your job, your partner, or your paycheck. It's fear. And the way forward is learning to trust the truth in your heart over the fear in your mind. Jessica has helped countless seekers reconnect with their soul's purpose and step into lives that feel fully aligned. And today, she's doing it in real time. She'll be coaching several community members live, helping them identify the fears and beliefs that are keeping them stuck. Even if you're not in the hot seat, you'll walk away with insights meant just for you. Get ready to shift. Hi, Jessica.
Hello. I'm so excited to be here with you.
Oh, we are too. And just to start out, can you give a little background just on yourself and then what this process looks like?
Yeah, I mean, my journey has definitely, I was sharing about this last night, has definitely been one of fear to love. And that's the spiritual awakening journey that we're all here doing. We're all here, moment to moment, having the opportunity to choose a perception of fear or love. And as it relates to soul purpose, which is truly to take that truth of who you are and what you love into the world in some way, it's a journey of remembrance. Okay. It's not a figure it out journey. It's a journey of remembrance because you are bringing your highest light, your soul truth into the world in profound ways. So that moment to moment choice that I just talked about becomes really important in the journey.
That is so good. And I'm going to put all of us on here. And so how do we want to get going?
I don't know. What do you suggest? Just bring up one at a time? Who wants to go first?
I know. Who has something that they're wrestling with right now? Jess. Jess, meet Jess.
Jess and
Jessica.
Great name. Let's just start there.
It is. I feel like I have.
Wait, let me get you. Where are you? Here you are. Okay.
Perfect. Yeah, I'd love to see you. Great.
Oh, cool. Hi. Yeah.
Hi.
I think fear of success is a huge thing that rattles around like a pinball in the back of my brain, because then my whole life inevitably will change because of that. But I'm also feeling like I don't have the resources I need. So I feel like I have a fear of not having enough or having lack of what I need to move forward, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Let's like do some deep root fears here. Like, what really is that fear of success about? Like, when you imagine that success, like, what is the anxiety you feel in your body, or what's the story as you best know it that you're most afraid of?
It's part of it, I think, is being seen. And after the astrology live we had last week, I did a deep dive. And part of my soul's purpose is to own my voice and to help others own their voice and to be seen. And that is literally what a lot of my brand is built on, is like stepping into your power and owning it. And I think part of it is like, that's the final piece of just owning it, and everything just soars from there. And there's a little resistance there, but I've gotten so much more comfortable with that. And I've gotten a lot more comfortable with not really caring how I'm perceived, because you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea anyway. But I think it just breaks down the whole structure that I was built on, that like women are just how we're perceived, right? It's like, if you're too loud, then you're a bitch. If you're this, then you're that. Don't be too much this, because then you're too much that. I feel like there's so many paradigms that we have to navigate to be accepted. And I'm trying to figure out how to navigate that in the world that we live in without.
Absolutely. And I was going to ask you, like, because there's an excitement there, but there's also a deep fear there of being seen. And I don't know if it's like persecution, being attacked. Is that like judgment? Is that like the kind of shadow aspect of it, the deep fear that comes forward for you, that's you're feeling the resistance around?
I think I'm pretty humble as a person. And I think when you think about the scale that I would like to step into requires a lot of eyes. And I feel like I don't want my integrity to get lost, because it's the most important thing to me. And I think we look at famous people or really successful people sometimes in a way that it's, I don't know, I've observed a lot of behaviors in others that's, oh, you got success and wealth and money, and now you're a shitty person. And I don't ever want that to happen. And I know, because I don't want that to happen, that's not who I am as a person. It won't. But I think it's just the fear of how that will be received, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Jess, you know what I'm feeling, and I want everyone to hear and tune into this. The more stories your ego, because this is your ego, this is the voice of fear talking, creates all these different stories and all these different scenarios. That's how you know it's the thing. Okay. The ego does not get that loud and that inventive about something that is not your truest soul purpose. Whenever I work with clients, I say the thing your ego is the loudest about, if you're like weighing, oh, it could be this or it could be this, that's the thing. Now, your spiritual journey, and your spiritual journey is always embedded with your soul purpose journey. When you land on the thing and all your fears come up, all the lessons come up, that is your spiritual journey, which is the thing I was just talking about in the intro. I want you to start dropping down into your heart, because, you're talking to, we have the same name, and we're both also incredibly analytical. Okay. And that can be a gift, except when it's in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
And right now you're letting it be in the driver's seat, meaning fear's winning the conversation.
Right.
Okay. So your spiritual practice, your moment to moment, is when you notice you're going into the stories, you just witness them. Right now you're believing them. You're not witnessing them. You're identified with them via your belief in them.
Right.
So instead, drop down in your hearts in those moments. And what's a witness? It's objective and it's detached. And just witness it and go, huh, interesting story. Do you meditate? What are the exercises you do to reside in your heart?
I am working on those practices.
So that's your practice right now. That's your embodiment right now, is opening your heart. Because the moment you start opening that heart muscle, and I would just recommend meditation. Okay? And you start to hear the whispers of it, this will feel less real. But right now, that's the only one you're really giving space for. So it's the one you're believing in. But this is a strong soul purpose, because even with that, even with the analytical mind, like there's a kernel of belief that's holding on to you. And no, I'm meant to do this. I'm meant to step into it. Your soul purpose will bring forward everything you're supposed to heal in this lifetime. You'll look back in your life and it'll be like 2020. Everything makes sense. That's why I went through this. That's why I had the family that told me that women can't be seen, blah, 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 all of it on and on, because you're meant to transmute that. Right. But right now you have embodiment work to do. And that is getting more into your heart center. So that heart needs to be the driver's seat. It's not that this won't be here, but right now we got to get it out of the driver's seat.
Okay.
I have a question to add. So for meditation, is there a certain way Jess should start? Does it have to be a certain amount of time? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
For analytical folks, and I got a scholarship to graduate school based on my analytical scores on the GRE. You're preaching to trust me, like I get it. Okay. For me, what worked best really was TM in terms of a meditation that could get me. I struggled with just basic kind of breath meditation because I'm such a thinker. I'm also an addict in recovery. So I've got the real obsessive thinking. For me, that's what worked best. I don't think you need to go pay to learn it. I'll just say that, but I would find someone maybe through Seeking Center that can take you through how to work with a mantra in meditation, and do the twice a day, 15 to 20 minutes a day, if you can.
And that's, people may not know what TM is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Transcendental meditation. There's a whole history behind it of a guru that bought it over, but basically what it is, you work with a Sanskrit mantra. You do the kind of basic, if you've ever learned any type of meditation, you get quiet, you close your eyes. Traditional meditation, you're just observing and witnessing the breath. With TM, you're just repeating the mantra over and over in your mind. And for me, that one helped the most. The breath let my mind wander too much. It was too hard for me. So that's what I'd recommend to you. Then another practice too, and this would be again, it's like we want to invite the heart in, and we want to start to open and awaken that muscle in that center. So another thing that you could just get in the habit of doing is talking to your heart. Hey, what do you think? Where are you guiding me today?
I do a lot of talking to my body because I'm in somatic therapy right now. I'm doing a lot of nervous system regulation and a lot with my body. So it has just naturally led me to talk to myself a lot more. And yeah, I've also learned that your thoughts are, what was it I heard? Your thoughts are crap. Now, of course, I'm gonna forget it, but they're suggestions. They're not demands.
Yeah, they're not facts.
And they're not facts. And the fact that you could observe a thought means you're not it. You're separate from it. And so I'm doing a lot more witnessing, but
Yeah.
to pull this space in a little bit more and get my body on board for the conversation is really, yeah, it's very aligned to do that for me. So I appreciate this. Thank you.
No, you're welcome. The other thing I'll say too, I feel, were you really like playful as a kid or creative?
Yeah.
Yeah. So bring that energy of, so your heart is your soul. And that's like, your heart is the most connected of the chakras, communication center with your soul, with the divine, whatever you want to call it. But the way that your heart communicates to you is going to be unique for everyone. Everyone's intuition is unique to them.
Right.
I would almost invite it with a curiosity and a playfulness. Hey, I know how this talks to me. I want to get to know you. How do you talk to me? How do you speak to me? What's your language? Like, how are you guiding me? And do it from a place of like curious play.
Okay.
And you can do like a little journaling on it every morning, like a free write, where you just put a question at the top of the page. You say, what does my heart want to tell me today? And a little timer and free write for a little bit, like really get to know it.
Yeah.
Get to know it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. Good luck. You have you're right. You have a very high purpose. To get there, Spirit's going to want you to transmute some things, and you're in it or we wouldn't be talking. So in one
100%.
timeline, it's already done.
Right.
Just remember, now you're just on the linear journey because we're living in linear time, unfortunately, I often say. But so you're just going through that right now. That's all that's happening. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Who else has something they're working through and would like to talk to Jess? Jessica. Jessica. It's like,
But my friends call me Jess, Robin.
oh, they
so
do?
I think
Okay.
we're like at Jess. Yeah.
I think we're at Jess level. That's true.
I've never been a Jessie, but I've been a Jess and some other things. But
Does anyone
did I
else?
scare everyone? Did I scare everyone? You're like, I don't want to reveal my soul. I don't want to know.
I feel like I'm currently living my fear. And I'm not somebody who has ever lived in fear. I feel like I navigate my world, my life, my work really full-heartedly. I still do after many months of living my fear. And that is that there's this wall that I've hit. I run a business. I produce films, impact storytelling, and purpose and solution storytelling. There's so much need for this right now. And I think the current environment, the market's crashing, budgets being cut, it's just one after another. Each of our projects has been canceled. And this has been going for months. And I'm trying to not be discouraged. I'm trying to keep going. I've had actually a great conversation with Karen and Robin a couple of months ago with some very good ideas of how I could expand what I'm offering into a bit of strategy and consulting of storytelling. So I'm exploring that. I'm in a state of full curiosity, deep curiosity right now. I'm having all the conversations, considering all of the ideas. And so I feel like I'm very open-hearted and approaching this with a lot of passion still and intuition. And yet it's just like wall after wall. And
Yeah.
I'm not sure how to break through that.
I have so much coming through. I'm doing this. So I remind myself the things that I want to share with you. Can I ask you this first question, Nicole? Is it, you're like a behind the camera person? Like you're behind the scene? What is it? You're producing? Yeah. What are you doing?
I direct a lot of the stuff that we produce as well, but mainly I executive produce. We have a small team. It depends on the project. It depends on the size of the project, how involved I am creatively.
Does this passion go down to childhood?
No, but I have.
When you were in childhood, were you doing more acting or more in front?
Not at all. No interest. No, I think I've just always been passionate about people and their stories. I think everybody has an amazing story to tell. And so each one of us has an amazing story to tell. So I'm very curious about stories, but I think I'm very driven by impact and service, and I'm a giver. And so how best can I apply my talents and experience to something?
Okay. take this or leave it. I'm just gonna, because it's screaming in my head that I like, until I say it, that's not gonna stop. I don't want to, there's something in front of the camera. It's screaming in my head in front of the camera. I don't know if it's narrating. I don't know if it was like documentary, it's part interview. It's just screaming in my head. Maybe it's on stage talking about why you're doing what you're doing, but there's something there. Take it or leave it. Maybe it's something that's going to be offered to you at some point, and then me saying this now, it'll have you not do an automatic no, and you'll think twice. So I'll just say that to you, because
I'll call you then, because my greatest fear is public speaking.
that might be something there too that you're meant to move through. But yeah, sometimes when a message comes in like this and it's yelling in my head, until I give the message, like I won't even be able to focus on anything else until I get that out. So just leave that for now and plant that seed. You're talking about something, there's two things going on. One, I think, when did this, I'm going to call it Dark Night of the Soul. Around what month did it start? Is it like just this year? Did it start last year? Like, when did you start feeling this?
It started last year, although last year I had so much going on personally. It was such a busy, crazy time, and I was taking care of my grandfather and he passed away. So I wasn't really dedicating as much as I could. We bought a second home. It was like all of this craziness happening. So in fairness, I would say this year is the year that in the last couple of months of last year, we had 6 projects for our first quarter set up, ready to go. Big projects, exciting ones, and every single one of them.
Okay. You're on this channel, so I'm going to ask a question. Are you familiar with terms when I say the planet is moving from a 3D to a 5D consciousness, that we're awakening? Do you know what any of that means?
I'm a believer. I'm not a scholar in it, so I don't know. I don't know what it means, but I believe in it. I believe when I know that Aries was in like some planet, and it was affecting like starting in July of last year, and it was gonna be abundance, and it didn't come. And anyway, all of
that there's no collective. Each individual awakening timeline is separate and individual to you. So there's a collective timeline, sure, that might influence you a bit. But for example, I haven't been living in the collective timeline in a while. I digress. The other message come through is you're going through the awakening journey, whether you believe in it or not. And part of what's happening right now, and it's happening collectively. Yeah. In many ways, what we're seeing is a collective dark night of the soul. All the deeply rooted fear-based programming, all the limiting beliefs, all the kind of collective control is just being brought up. It's a slow process because it's actually being transmuted. That's the process that's underway. It's going to take linear time to start to see what you're going to say looks like a higher consciousness on a collective level, but you're individually going through that right now too. You're doing a bit of a dark night of the soul. So all your deepest fears, and I want you to invite you to have a higher perspective about this and witness it. They're not being brought up to punish you. You're not a victim to them. They're being brought up so that you can clearly see and understand them and rise beyond them. Now, something you talked about, right now, more than ever, when you are in this awakening journey, or not for that matter, it is important to remember that you create from within, not in reaction to. So if you're caught up in all the things going out there and you're reacting to it in fear, which I understand, we'll talk about how to deal with that in a second, and creating from there, meaning your thoughts create your reality, you're going to experience that scarcity at a level you perhaps don't need to. You're powerful. If you really are going within and giving more power to the truth within, I am abundant. I am a container for infinite possibility. And you're truly believing that more than the fear out there. You're believing the truth in your heart is more real than the fear, then you can transmute this and rise above it. And I almost feel like that's a little bit of the test that's being put in front of you right now, as hard as and painful as that sounds.
Yeah, it's a very much a daily conscious decision that I have to make. Absolutely.
The first thing I would do, I have done this in my own life, and I will tell you very vulnerably, something somehow creeped into my social media feed last night, even though I am like, I don't follow anything that like shares fear. I have not watched the news in years. I don't tune into it. I'm not head in the sand, but I'm not spending my energy with it. something creeped in last night into my newsfeed about the upcoming reception and how to prepare. And I felt a lot of fear energy in it. And I found myself too, oh my God, reacting to, and I go, no, what do I know to be true within? When I just start doing my creative process from there. So it is challenging. I'm not trying to say it isn't, but it is the opportunity before you right now. So I would really do some abundance mindset work around this to start with you. I would write down who does a great work on this. If you look her up as Christy Marie Sheldon, she's with Mind Valley, but she does some great work of the kind of number one abundance blockers. So like the stories we have, there's not enough. Understand your main scarcity stories and fears and really do some intense mindset work on that, which is, if you've ever done any limiting belief or story work, rewrite the stories that you're choosing for yourself and really start your day by affirming them each day. The other thing for you too, what is your connection to universe, higher power, whatever word it is you use?
Oh gosh, what is my connection? I believe that the higher power is within each and every one of us. I don't believe in a higher power there. I believe it's inside of.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just everything. And what is that relationship right now while you're going through this? Are you asking for help? Are you praying? What does that look like in an embodied way? How are you living that connection each day?
Probably not enough.
I'm feeling like right now, like part of this is so that you deepen that connection. It's a lot of people talk about divine union, that you come into it with another. No, you come with it into yourself. So what you said is true, right? Like how I view it too. But how are you embodying that? How are you? Because if you're in total divine union with yourself and the higher power within, there is no scarcity. There's no fear, right? There's total trust. There's total surrender. So I have a good exercise for you if you want. It would be, even if it's like you're introducing you to yourself because it's within you, but whatever this higher power is, I would write a letter to this higher power, introducing yourself and write the response. Because what I want to invite you to have is like a personal relationship there that you're turning to, that is like you're at one with. Right now, I feel that as a belief and an idea, but I'm not feeling it. There's opportunity to embody it more at a cellular level. Final thing, I don't want to give you too much. All the women here, like they brought the book to Oprah, but I would read or reread A New Earth at this stage of your consciousness. I think if you've read it before, you're going to receive it really differently right now. You're going to have a deeper understanding of the personal awakening journey that you're currently going through at the moment. It's the message I'm receiving. You're going to awaken. Yeah, you're going through it.
Thank you.
And you can also listen to the podcast.
That's true. That's so true. Do you know what I have, Robin? I have my clients. We did it as our book club in the Women's Purpose community, and read a chapter, then listen to the chapter.
Yeah, I actually think that's the way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is. Because you definitely, for me, I got more reading it. I also helped translate it for people, because for some people at the time it was just too overwhelming.
Totally.
But I do think what Oprah does so beautifully in those conversations after you read the chapter is she breaks it down. That's the goal. So I love that.
Yeah.
And I think with all of these things that this is going to help you push past the fear.
Yeah. Nicole, one more thing. And if I say for everyone, I think we all actually need to do this right now. Mm-hmm. I create from within, not in reaction to. I create from within, not in reaction to. And keep reminding yourself as a mantra right now. I know I'm going to be doing that as well.
Okay.
And this whole exercise of writing a letter to your higher power, it's as I just said about pushing past the fear, but it's also what you said, Jessica, is that reconnection with that higher power is so important. I think we all can do this. We all should do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's
really feel it.
There's a theme coming through, because I even in writing the letter, or what does my heart need to know today, that you said to Jess before, it's all kind of connected, right? It's all our soul, our higher power, our heart, they're all kind of one. So we all need to.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, so
does that help, Nicole?
So much. I feel like I have all this homework to do and I want to get it all done in the next 24 hours. Get to it.
Nicole, honestly, find me on Seeking Center. I'd love to hear some of your homework if you want to share any of it. Okay. I can offer that to you. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Is there, I know we're almost at time, but Jess, can you go over a few minutes if we need to?
Oh, I haven't been paying attention to time.
I
Yeah,
know.
I'm good. I think let me double check. Yeah, we're good. We're totally good. I can go
Okay.
over another 15
Okay.
minutes.
Does anyone else have something that they would like to talk to Jessica about? And actually, Lisa Capretto I loved your question. Do you want me to ask it or do you want to ask it?
No, I can ask. I did a sidebar with Robin.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Do any of your clients ever come to you without knowing what their core fear is? Like maybe they know something's going on. And if so, then how do you approach a coaching session like that?
Yeah, it happens all the time. It's usually the area of your life where you're most struggling is where you're more believing the fear in your mind than the truth in your heart, that moment or that time. So it's like looking if it's relationships, love, or money, right? Whatever it is, like that's a really good indicator of where you're feeling like I'm not getting what I want, or that struggle and that kind of energy is a great way to dive in. Is there specific going on you want to share?
No, nothing specific with me that's coming up right now. I know that we're all here. And at different points, it feels like something is happening or that there's something that needs to be addressed. And especially for those of us that are more at like the early start of a spiritual awakening or journey or whatever you want to call it, to be able to identify what that fear is, I think is it feels like a skill. And it just feels like a lot of us might not exactly know. Like maybe there's something, but to define it and to identify it seems difficult sometimes.
Yeah. And if it's not an area of life like category, you can look at repeating patterns. God, I always attract this type of person, whatever that is, or things that you're avoiding. But it's like you want to look for patterns in your life, your real day-to-day life is showing you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I think this was so helpful, Jess.
Yeah.
It's so funny because you're on my screen too. You're like right up next to each other. But really, Jessica, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
I know, and thanks to everyone for being vulnerable and for sharing today too, because what you were able to do, as we know, there's no coincidences. So what you're, Jess and Nicole and Lisa for asking that question, there's something that we're all learning from each other. And there's a reason we're all on this live together because there's something we're all going to take away from it and can start applying in our own lives today. So thank you. And I will make sure too that you mentioned a couple of things in terms of like Christine Marie Sheldon. Is that who it was?
Yeah. She's on Mind Valley. Check her. I think you'd love her, but she's an energy healer in many things, and she's broke it around in a way you can understand. Yes. I think it's 16 of the like most common abundance blocks, the stories that reside in most of us in this world.
Yeah. I'm going to check that out.
Yeah.
For sure. And just everything that you said, and for TM, for those who don't know what that is, it's easy to find out. Transcendental meditation will come up when you type it in. But I know it's something that many of us actually who worked with Oprah, it was actually part of our daily routine.
That's right. Oh, the Deepak, those meditations, those are, to me, those are TM.
And we actually had dings that would go off on our phones. And there would be designated places throughout the building that you could actually go and do TM.
Oh, there you go.
It definitely works. And for everyone, you end up finding what will ultimately work for you. And sometimes jumpstarting your system in such kind of a serious way, I don't want to say serious, but in that kind of disciplined way, you then end up like, I did that, let's say, for a month. And then I figured out I need 15 minutes in the morning of my own thing and 5 minutes at night. And that works for me. But you figure out what works for you. But getting into that routine and discipline, I think, is what leads you to be able to make the time and then realize how necessary it can be for your reconnection to higher self and soul. So yeah. I highly recommend however you get it.
More too on the journey with it. Yeah. The discipline's good to start and then you'll figure out
yeah. It's not like one way or the highway, but it does get you into something. Everyone, I love getting together with everyone. I'm so glad that you're all here. And Jessica, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom, your time, your energy, all of it.
Thank you. Thank you to all of you. It's so fun to be with you.
Yeah, and reach out to Jessica in the community as well as visit jessicajoins.com. It's spelled JOINES.
Yeah, I got lucky
Can
with
I
a
ask
unique
one
last name.
question?
Yeah, Nicole.
Nothing to do with our call, but I love the painting behind Noelle's head of the little girl in the bikini with the shadow behind. Oh my God, that is so cute. Is that yours?
Thank you. Thank you. So my girlfriend painted that, and I think it's a little reminiscent of her sister that passed away. And it's this beautiful painting that I sometimes you forget that it's there, but yeah, it's good energy. And that's like right above, this is my altar space.
Oh, I
So
love it.
we're gonna post about this in the community, but I have this altar where it's like to my ancestors, and there's shells from all over the world. I have this gong that I bought, and that painting's all part of it. And thank you.
Yeah.
Showcases the light, that there is actual light and energy for Nicole to bring that up. I think that's so cool. Everyone, have a good rest of your Wednesday.
Yeah, good Wednesday,
We'll see you
everyone.
soon.
Thank
See you next time.
you.
Bye,
I'll see you on the
everyone.
next one.
Bye.
Bye.